Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Will from GeekSpeakNation coming at you once again with one of my GeekSpeak sermons, as I want to call it. And today, I just want to talk about the recent drama alert story that broke, accusing Toby Turner of some really terrible things. I just want to go ahead and remind everyone up front that with this series, it really is just a free-form type idea. So I don't have anything written down. I don't have any notes prepared in front of me. So if sometimes I repeat myself or I kind of talk in circles, that's just me thinking out loud, basically, because I like using this, I guess, medium as a way to just talk about whatever I kind of want to talk about. And you have some Fallout 4 gameplay going on behind you. So recently, I'm a huge fan of Drama Alert, and I like Keemstar. I know people may shun me for that. He's done terrible things, but I can't help but I value the product he produces so much. Drama Alert is such a ridiculous and entertaining show. But anyways, it does get serious from time to time. You guys probably know about the Basherverse situation that happened, last year, I guess, where Basherverse, he's accused of being a pedophile, and that story develops, and then eventually it's proven that he isn't, and his career hasn't really bounced back. So Drama Alert carries weight. What Keemstar reports on Drama Alert, people are going to hear about it. He has, I think almost 1.3 million subscribers at this point, if not more. And the strange thing about Keemstar is, no matter what his subscriber amount is, there always seems to be more people watching him than just his subscribers, because most of his content goes viral and gets sent around the community. So a lot of people have seen this. The most recent story was I believe her name was April something. She made a Tumblr post accusing Toby Turner of physically and sexually abusing her and raping her as well while they were in a relationship. They had this kind of on and off abusive relationship and this is all according to her Tumblr post, where, and I understand abusive relationships, usually whoever's being abused, they get this idea that this is the only person that will ever treat them with respect and will ever love them, so they don't leave them. It's hard to understand outside looking in, but that's all they know, really. So she stuck with him for all these years, and the whole time he was being abusive and a drug addict and all this good stuff, blah blah blah. And of course, as with many other allegations like this that come out, there's usually a few other people that have similar allegations that have kept quiet, and they come out once the first person has publicized their experience. So there have been a few other women who claim to have had relationships with Toby Turner, and he was abusive. And if you guys, sorry, I should have said this at the very beginning. Toby Turner is a YouTuber. He's been on YouTube for years. I mean, he's got Toby Games, Toby Turner, and Tobuscus. You may have heard Tobuscus. He's basically a giant YouTuber, and he's been in the game for a long time. So making accusations about this guy is a big deal. He has millions of subscribers. He's got television deals, sponsorships. He's got a personal relationship with the people at YouTube. So this is a big claim to make. So it's reported on Drama Alert. Everyone sees it, spreads around. Other podcasts and channels start talking about it. And more people come out, and others that know Toby have also come out and say, yeah, he is an evil person, and I wouldn't put it past him doing this. And also his mom, Toby's mom, made a post in response to April's on Facebook, and not discrediting either of them, but take everything you see from the accusee's mom with a grain of salt. Moms defend their children. That's what moms do. Whether what they're saying is correct or not, it's very hard for a mom to not defend their child, especially with someone like this. I mean, these are big claims to be making. And I believe yesterday, Toby, after I think 2 or 3 days of not tweeting anything or putting anything on YouTube like that, he posts a very short minute-long video without getting into any details, and he just says everything that's been said about me is false. And I don't know what people would expect, again, whether these claims are true or not, when as a murderer ever in an interview said, yeah, I murdered that person, or a rapist, yeah, I raped that person, you know, they're going to defend themselves. It's kind of human instinct. So, where we're at right now is we have the Tumblr post of April saying Toby Turner did this, and you have Toby Turner saying I didn't. He said, she said at this point. April provided screenshots of 2 pages of text messages that criminalize him of drugging her, I think is the incident that was being addressed in that. Pictures of a thong and a condom on Toby's bathroom floor, which is another story she talked about. And something else. And it's not a question of if they know each other. I mean, there's videos and pictures of them together, so they definitely had a personal relationship. Now, whether or not the relationship was as sour as April is describing is a different deal. So the evidence that April has put forward is not really that concrete. And that could be because if she has legal teams involved, or if Toby has gotten legal teams involved, maybe they're telling her, don't put all this out. Which, you know, that's totally, could possibly be the case. And I guess what I'm getting out of this, just looking at it, is I've always felt like if the person making these accusations, if it's completely false, if that has happened to me, I wouldn't even make a public statement. First thing I would do is get a legal team and sue her. That's defamation, especially when your career is based around social networking and YouTubing. I mean, she's, like I said with Basherverse, his career has not even come close to bouncing back to where it was. And it's been probably almost a full year now since that story broke and that whole situation went down. I mean, if nothing comes of this, if she doesn't publicly apologize, or not saying that she has to, again, I'm not taking sides at all. I'm just trying to look at it from a third person point of view. If she says, yeah, these are all false, at which point her career would be over. And I believe she works for Xbox or worked for Xbox or something, so she has a career, and making something false claims like this would definitely tarnish that. So maybe that gives a little more reason to believe her or to side with her. But absolutely, if that happened to me, the first thing I would do, I would let the public know that I've responded by news sources reporting on me suing her. Because if they're totally false and I can prove they're totally false, then there's nothing to worry about. You just, you know, that's defamation, that's slander. You gotta get it taken care of. Now, if the accusations are true, holy fuck, what an evil, evil person. And Toby, his channel isn't necessarily kid friendly, but he has I doubt there's many adults that watch Toby Turner, I guess is the way I'd put it. He just has a very childish delivery with his humor. His humor's kind of up Jim Carrey's alley, with the exaggerated expressions and the different voices and just high energy and doing zany, funny things, just stuff like this. So I would say that there are a good number of children watching him, and even Disney tweeted a picture of him. He's like appearing on some show this week. So the whole idea of this evil person, again, if the accusations are true, this evil person being put on a pedestal in front of children, there's definitely a lot of people that have an issue with that. Again, going back to the Basherverse situation, he was a Minecraft YouTuber. Minecraft YouTubing is very, very kid-oriented, as the game is. So the idea of having an accused pedophile marketing towards children was just kind of outrageous, and it makes sense to have an issue with that, right? You don't want your pedophile teaching your kids, or taking your kids on field trips and stuff like that. And it's kind of the same with watching them on YouTube. Now they do have YouTube Kids, I think, is the app, but then again, if you don't know, if the public doesn't know this person is a pedophile, then YouTube doesn't either. That type of situation. So I guess what I'm really trying to get at, just talking about this, is that there's definitely a mob mentality that hurts both the accuser and the accusee. I think accusee is the right word. Employer, employee. Yeah, maybe. Because there's people, because Keemstar reports this, and he's the TMZ of YouTube. So people could argue, well, not as many people would know about the story if he had never reported on it. But then again, he makes a living off of this. This is news. He's got to report it. So he puts this out, and there are some of his supporters that immediately go over to the Accusee's channel, dislikes everything, leaves hate comments, trolls him on Twitter, all this stuff. But there's also people that go to the accuser and harass them. And again, if these allegations are true, the absolute last thing you should be doing to the person who's the victim is making them feel bad or making them feel sorry for themselves, right? You should be supporting them if the allegations are true. And that's really the important thing. So the important thing is, and Boogie2988 said this one time, a great quote, "Skepticism has served the human animal very well. Everything you hear, everything you learn, take with a grain of salt. Do not believe it at first glance. Believe it once you have fact to back it up for yourself." Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. I'd love to talk about it. This has been Will with GeekSpeakNation, bringing you yet another GeekSpeak sermon. I hope you like this series. Hope you like what I'm bringing you here. Go ahead and watch my Fallout 4 Automatron playthrough. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe for us, please. You're helping this channel grow. It's helping us out a lot, and I hope you have a fantastic day.